Afternoon all, in, on and gone, video number 24. That's what this is. Okay, my name's James Smith and I run channel JR74, and these videos, they're weekly. I try and get them out weekly, and it's exactly what it says. I'm talking about what's coming into the shop. I'm talking about, well, I'm directing you to what is on the shop. Okay, this is the easiest part. You just got to look below in the description and there's a link there to my shop. That's the on covered result, right? But the gone part also is what I think people are mostly interested in, and this is what has sold on my store in eBay or on eBay, promoted at 2% within the last 7 days. So the stuff that I mentioned in the gone section is the stuff that sells quickly. Okay. I'm always talking about decent photographs, decent titles. All of that has to be done. And the reason why I'm saying that is I've actually just done a video about effective listing on eBay. And in the run up to Christmas, okay, and the fact that we are now well into Q4, we're almost a full month into it now. That I think is a video that you should look at. So have a look at my channel. And check out the video that I've done on effective listing. I give loads of tips on listing, loads of tips on promotion and postage as well. Right, let's get into it, shall we? I'm now going to talk about the gone things, the things that have been sold, okay, within 7 days. Yeah, I do sell other things. Obviously not everything is sold within 7 days. And from time to time I will do videos on things that take a little bit longer to sell. But this channel is, well, in my opinion, purely devoted and dedicated to educating you to have eBay as either a full-time job or a side hustle. And to do that, you need to know what sells quickly. First up, strong brand, Converse, Converse All-Stars in really, really nice condition as well. And they weren't just your normal run-of-the-mill black, blue or green canvas ones, okay? These ones were red and they were covered in glitter. And also, I was quite impressed with the glitter because I was thinking it was going to come off everywhere. It didn't, okay? It was very, very well adhered to the shoe itself. I paid £6 for them and I sold them for 12. So that got me back £9.33, which was a profit of 55%. Okay, I'll get my book here now. I've got it off to the side. I'll have it in front of me. All right, so yeah, pleased with that. All right, pleased with that. Converse, very, very strong brand. If you've got a pair of All-Stars in good condition, and also I would say the good sizes for All-Stars are between 5 and 7. They're the ones that sell quickest, because I always promote them as a lady's shoe, and that is your typical size foot of a lady. So, you know, those, I know, I'm not discriminating against those people with smaller feet or bigger feet or anything like that. I am just saying the sizes that sell the quickest, okay? And the sizes that sell the quickest when you put shoes on as women's shoes are sizes 5, 6 and 7. Okay, but these were really nice and I was really pleased with them. I knew that they would make me a profit when I got them. Next up were a pair of like coloured jeans. These are selling really well. Your reds, your greens, your light blues, your pinks, even your whites. You know, I suppose the typical shade of trouser is either a blue or a beige, brown, but yeah, the different colours do sell quite well. These were again a Marks and Spencer's, North Coast. These were red jeans, £3.75 I sourced them for, and I took an offer of £10 for them. Okay, now because at the moment eBay have waived fees for selling clothes, I then got £10 3 back on those at 167% profit. Okay, so really, really pleased with that. You know, that is a good markup. Okay, but again, you're looking at a very strong brand and a pair of trousers that in Marks and Spencer's, bought brand new, would be probably 3 times the price. And you are selling a pair of trousers that have got no rips, no tears in them, and as long as you photographed it well and the people who want to buy can see they're in good condition, you're more than halfway there to making a little bit of profit. Next one, it's just the 3, isn't it? It's a good brand, okay, in good condition and sourced at a good price. And that's the 3 things you're looking for. And this next one was a typical example of that. The brand's Ralph Lauren. The condition, it was good. It didn't really have any rips or tears. It wasn't really sort of like worn to such an extent that it had gone out of shape. And the photograph showed that. And I sourced it for £5. Okay, so I took an offer of £9.99 and I got back £10.34 on that one. You might be thinking to yourself, why is he talking about figures that are bigger? Okay, if he sold it for £9.99, how did he get £10.34? It's because I've added postage on. Okay, I do postage at £3.60 at the moment. I'll always give that little bit more, okay, to cover things like postage bags, tape, parceling, boxes, stuff like that. Many resellers do this, and I am no exception. But yeah, £3.60. And at the moment, Royal Mail have just put their prices up, and to send a small parcel now by Royal Mail, which is 16 centimetres by 35 centimetres by 45 centimetres, I had to dig in my memory banks then, is £3.25. Okay, so that gives me 35 pence on the postage to buy things like sellotape and packaging and stuff like that, because it all adds up. But anyway, that was good. So £10.34 back, 107% profit. Nice. These next 2 were really strong, and I sold them as a pair. The buyer came in and just swooped in for them both, and you know, they were different sizes as well. One was a medium, one was a large, but these were Schofield lamb's wool blend jumpers. I sourced both of them for £6 each, so £12. It could be that maybe I underpriced them, because literally they went on in the morning, and as I was driving to work, somebody came in with an offer for them. But hey, I sold both of them, took an offer of £22. So I got back, after the postage was added on, and they're clothes, so there's no fees, £23.31, and that makes 94% profit. So pleased, you know, that's fine. Nearly 100% within literally less than an hour, I reckon. But you know, that tells me that, because I didn't really know. I do now, but lamb's wool blend, okay, it was a mixture of lamb's wool and acrylic, and so therefore you've got, they were quite soft, the jumpers, so therefore you've got the softness of lamb's wool but the durability of acrylic. And maybe, hey, I'm no washing machine expert, but maybe that blend, when you put those into the wash, okay, if you put lamb's wool in on a regular wash, it's going to shrink. We all know that. But maybe these blend jumpers don't shrink, and that's why they are so sought after. So this one sold really, really quickly. Pleased. Okay, so this one should be round about in the middle of the video, because I will admit, I did the video, checked it, okay, got all the photos that I have coming in, okay, from the side, and then realised that I missed one out. Anyway, so this is actually being done now after I've finished. Okay, I've come back into the shed to make another addition to the video, and it should now be roundabout in the middle of the video. I hope you're not too confused. Anyway, brand, Aquascutum, material, wool. 2 very, very good things, all right, that should lead to quite a quick sale if you've sourced your product at a good price. And yeah, I sourced this nice Aquascutum beige wool, 100% wool jumper large size for £5.50, and took an offer of £15 for it. So that, you know, normally I'm taking like between 10 and 12. This one was a bit better. Okay, 15. I took an offer for, got £15.35 back, and again 179% profit. So again, it's knowing your charity shops as well, knowing the ones who are going to look at the brand names, and knowing the ones who are just basically going to put all the jumpers together and just put them all at the same price. Usually the bigger charity shops will do the bundle them all together and just have them all at roughly the same price. However, in those shops, you will get more of like just what I would just call normal brands for your jumpers, like Tesco's F&F, Asda George and stuff like that. But then if you go through in amongst them, you will normally find little nuggets. All right, and that's where the knowledge comes in. Okay, so you've got to have, if you're going to do this, you've got to have a bit of brand knowledge, knowing what brands sell. And yeah, okay, you might think, oh, you know, how materialistic, but unfortunately we are a free economy. We are unfortunately a materialistic society. There's a lot of people where brands do mean a lot of things too. Adverts have been rife since like the early 1900s, really, haven't they? And they've sort of like, they've programmed us into thinking in a certain way. That's just me having a bit of a rant there. Anyway, Aquascutum wool jumpers, they sell pretty well. Next up was a nice Joe Brown's floral print shirt, and yeah, it was nice. It's how can I describe it? When I was looking for them on the rails, it just stood out, and it just stood out as a nice shirt, and it was a really nice floral print. Joe Brown's are a good shirt maker. I did convey in the description that I put on that it had hardly been worn. It still had that crisp new feel to it. Okay, so you know, it was and hopefully the photograph showed that. But it was a nice shirt in really nice condition, sourced for £6, sold for £12, and I got £9.70 back on that. And I'm thinking to myself, have eBay made a mistake there? Because this is clothing, and eBay have waived their fees, so that fees were applied to it, but maybe it doesn't cover shirts. I don't know. I'm going to have to investigate, aren't I? I'm going to have a look, but I'm not really going to quibble over a few quid. Maybe I should, I don't know, but yeah, maybe they made a mistake there. Oh, go on then, I'll send them out. I'll have a look, and we'll see what comes up from my investigations there. But 62% profit on that one, so that's good. Next one is an example of whenever you're going through like the rail of jumpers, always have a look out to see if you can find any sort of like lamb's wool, 100% wool jumpers, because what normally happens in charity shops is that they will price the cotton jumpers, the acrylic jumpers and the wool jumpers. They'll just consider them all to be jumpers, and they'll put them all at the same price. And it's the wool jumpers that sell really, really nicely. Okay, this was a pure cashmere Marks and Spencer's jumper. Oh, it was soft. Oh, you could have slept on it. It was really soft. And I sourced that for a £5 and took an offer of a £10 on it. Okay, £10.35 back, 107%. All right, and that, you know, I'm making 100% markup on these within 7 days. If you spoke to any investor on that, somebody who's doing the old stock markets, and offered them 100% within a week, they would tear your arm. They would tear your arm off. Okay, so yeah, pleased with that. Pleased. And finally, so there's 9 here. I'm not quite at the 10. Those of you that will watch me regularly or are subscribed to the channel, please do so. Okay, will know that my target here, I'm normally listing about 3 things a day. So we're looking at 21 to 25 things a week. Okay, and I'm trying to sell 10 within 7 days. That's my target. That's the target that I set myself. So I got to 9 this week. This last one was a DVD set of loads of Laurel and Hardy stuff. Okay, it was called Laurel and Hardy The Collection. So I think I worked out, I counted on the back, there was 92 titles within this 21 disc box set. And we had that anyway. That was given to me by my lovely mother-in-law. Okay, she said, look, we don't watch this. All right, so I was like, I think that will sell. Yeah, because it was all in good condition. The cardboard in the box was nice. The box was well presented as well. So this was also something where you could go onto eBay and see the price of what it was being sold at, and it was between 12 and 15 pound. So I took an offer of 12 on them. I think I put them on at 15, took an offer of 12 and got £8.36 back. So that is 836% profit, because it didn't cost me anything, because my mother-in-law gave it to me. Okay, she's lovely. Okay, that was a little gift to us to add to our little, what could we call it, profit, money, I don't know. I try, any money that I make from this side hustle, I've mentioned this before, goes straight into an ISA at the moment, because it is a side hustle that I'm doing here. I'm trying to grow it so that then I can begin to combine it with my full-time employment. Okay, the idea, like the first step that I'm going for, is to maybe have a day, drop a day where I work, and then fill that day with making these videos and going around doing reselling. Okay, one of the resellers that I watch is a reseller called Master of Pieces, and he's done that. He's dropped a day and then spends that day going around sourcing and things. And you know, as we move on through life, I would say that I want to do things that I want to do and not give up my time, you know, on the corporate treadmill, as you could call it. Well, to me, it's the educational treadmill, because I'm a teacher. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy my job. Okay, I wanted a job where something different happens every day. And those of you who are teachers, by God, you'll know that that is certainly the case. Okay, the days do go very quickly and you are on your toes for most of the day. Yeah, this Laurel and Hardy box set went 836% profit. So really, really pleased with that. So all in all, those 9 things that I've just told you about cost me £43.25. In terms of sales, money I got back on it, it was £88.41. So for those 9 items, it's a profit of £45.16 with an average markup of 201%. Lovely. Okay, I think it really does show that going around your house and trying to find things to sell is a very, very good idea. I'm about to do a bit of research now, because one of my daughters has said, I don't want these anymore. And I think these are called Plushees or something, Plusheen. All right, so I'm going to put these on. There's 3 of them. 2 of them have still got their tags on. And there's one, I've got a rucksack as well that looks like one. There, it's just behind my shoulder. That's there, I'll tell you what. Look, see? That. Okay, so I'll sell that. And we'll go from there and see how we do. Right, it's time to get into the future and to make contact with Future Smithy, who hopefully is going to tell you about what is dropping in the shop this week. Okay, over to you, son. Sorry, is that me? Am I Future Smithy? I think I must be, because it's Sunday. And today, the clocks went back. We've been given this extra hour. Oh, isn't it nice? I don't know what it is, just having that extra hour. It just makes me just that little bit happier. But put me 6 months into the future, when you get that hour taken off you, it takes me about a week to get over it. I'm not happy on that Sunday, because I feel as though I've had something taken away from me that I've got no control over. Anyway, so on that day, I've got to remember this day to make up for it. Anyway, happy clocks. There we go. Right, now, part of what I keep telling you about reselling is that I feel it's quite important to seize any opportunity to take yourself out of your comfort zone and try new stuff if the opportunity is there. Okay, and the opportunity has presented itself to me thanks to one of my daughters. She has got herself one of these. Okay, we've been having a bit of a sort out. Okay, and we've come across these, and they were still in a rucksack. She'd never taken them out. Okay, so she was like, yeah, all right, go on then, we'll sell them. So there's, I believe these are called Funko Plushees. That is Batman. That is Catwoman. Okay, so they're the Funko versions of it. Funko Pops, actually, another one of my kids has got quite a few of these Funko Pops. And, you know, I was getting a bit, oh, come on. You know, what? They're just plastic. All right, so you're keeping them in your box. But then when he showed me that they actually appreciate in value, he's got a good, it's not one of these toys where if you buy it, they then all of a sudden just plummet. Okay, they do appreciate in value. So actually he's got a good little collection, and when he turns 18, we're going to use some of those to start him up on eBay. So yeah, not everything. You've got to open yourself up to the modern world sometimes and actually listen and see if what they're saying actually makes some sense. And in this case, I think it does. I'm hoping that it does. It might not, but I'm hoping that it does. Also, down the plushie route, she had one of these. So that's going on. Okay. It's I've looked this up. I've Google lensed it, and it's called a plushie original cat. So yeah, we'll see what that brings. Whether they're limited edition, whether you can get them anymore or not now, I don't know. But there's also, and this was probably the most exciting part of it, this is worth about 30 quid. She had like a rucksack done in like a plushie rucksack, and they're worth like 25 to 30 quid. So yeah, don't worry, I'll be giving her some of the money. I'll be giving her some of it. But yeah, so there's some good things there, and it will be interesting to see how well they do. But again, I've got to fill my mind so that if I see stuff like that in the future, I know how much they go for, or I can at least refer back to my spreadsheet to see how much they went for. All right, being able, I mean, another bit, this is educational. Okay, with your spreadsheets, I've got a Google sheet that I put all of my things onto. Okay, and it's really important to be able to use the search facility in these to find something quickly. All right, sometimes it's worth maybe putting something back in the charity shop, going outside, just checking your spreadsheet, see how much it went for. All right, and you know, you've got to be able to find it quite quickly in these situations. I think that's a future video coming up. Next bit of footwear dropping in this week. Retro. Look at these, look at them. Nice pair of Nike Waffles. Okay, and they're called Nike Waffle 2. This stuff I'll clean off the bottom before I take the photograph. And the Nike Waffle ones didn't have this like slanted bit at the back here. The Nike Waffle 2s do. Now, I can remember my old man, my lovely dad, in the 1980s having a pair of running shoes like this. And they were beige and black, and he wore them to death. They're probably still in the attic, but if I was to find them now, they're probably held together by willpower. But anyway, these ones are like a remake of the classic, and these are really, really nice. It is, what is it, Moonstone? What is the grey? I have written it down. Okay, do you know what? Moon Fossil, and Team Orange. And these go, I sourced these for a £5. These go for over 40 quid, between 40 and 50 quid. I'll be putting them on at 40 and seeing how they do. Okay, but these are a nice UK size, what are we, size 6. All right, there you go, Nike Waffle 2s. Also, anything with this brand on. You can see that there, that says Gore-Tex. All right, Gore-Tex is a really, really good waterproof material. I think it was developed by a husband and wife. They sold it, and they became very, very rich because of the properties of the fabric and the amount, and also its quality. It's good, and the amount of things that it's used for. But these are a pair of Clark's Trigenic. Looks like a pair of like walking shoes. Okay, nice. You know, they haven't been worn that much. Still a nice tread on them, and they're fur lined as well. So they're not just walking shoes. I would say these are really, really good everyday shoes as well. I was thinking to myself the other day, like some of the jackets that I sell, like Regatta, Mountain Warehouse. I'm like talking about people like going out walking, like hiking and stuff like that. One thing I totally forgot about, and it was only really when I was walking around the other week, dog walkers as well. People like just a jacket just to throw on when they're out walking the dog, okay, and a decent pair of shoes. These are those decent pair of shoes, okay. These are really, really nice. All right, I sourced these for £7, and I've seen them for between 25 and £30. So if I go the low 20s on this, 22-ish, I should, you know, make a profit. Make me an offer. Also, these were nice finds as well. All right, a nice pair of camel boots, lace-up shoes. Okay, when is a boot a shoe in this case? Because it says in there camel boots, but it's actually a leather lace-up shoe. This is heavy. These are heavy. You can tell these are well made. And as well, if you look at the soles, they have been worn. Look, there's a stone in the groove there. That weren't me. All right, but they haven't been worn very often. I can tell you that now. It didn't take a genius to work out by looking at those soles that they have not been worn that often at all. And also, can you see on the inside there's still a sticker there. I think these have been worn once or twice. Okay, so yeah, lovely pair of shoes. These cost me a tenner, but these go now for about £20. So I reckon I'll make between 60 and 70% on this. You know, make me an offer on these as well. But a really, really nice pair of camel shoes. Next up, some nice jackets. Going to start with a nice ASICS. You can see the label there, ASICS Motion, what is it? ASICS Motion Dry. Nice running jacket. If I was to show you that, there you go. There's a decal, there's the ASICS decal there. The sleeve has got that on it. Nice reflective, sort of like, what could you call that? A splatter pattern? I don't know. But yeah, all in all, nice jacket. No rips, no tears. Nice running jacket. Ladies running jacket. Small, size small. A couple of weeks ago, if you follow my video, you'll know that I put a load of Adidas ladies activewear on. It's starting to shift. I've made a few sales from this range that I managed to source, but I would say the ladies activewear sells not as quickly as the men's. The men's sell quicker than the ladies. Okay, so it will sell, but and if you've had different experiences, please let me know. But from what I'm seeing and from what I'm experiencing at the moment, the ladies stuff is taking that little bit longer to shift. It could be volume on eBay itself. It could be that there's far more female active stuff on than men's active stuff. So come on, lads, get your stuff on. Okay, get your stuff on. Now, also, and this was a nice find. Okay, I had a look. I've seen more and more jackets like this with like the mid layer. This is actually wool insulated, and the sleeves themselves are merino wool. This, and also this logo here, I have seen it before. This logo is smart wool. Okay, and so I googled the jacket when I was actually in the shop. This is the large size, and yeah, this was £7, and on eBay second hand they're £45. These are nice jackets. These are sought after. So I will be definitely putting this on probably at around about 40 quid. You can see there it's in lovely condition. There we go. Okay, no rips, no tears, zip all works fine. All the wool is in good nick. When I'm dealing with wool, I'll always check under the armpits, because that is the place where it goes, and both of these armpits are absolutely fine. And also I find back of the neck collar just there, no problems here at all. All right, so that is a really nice smart wool top. I can see some golfers wearing this when it's not going to rain and you need a bit of warmth. This is known as a mid layer. Nice, very nice. And finally, now this is a lesson. All right, it is a lesson. As I say, I want this to be educational. This is a really nice FootJoy ladies golf jacket. Okay, sourced it for a £5. All right, really pleased with it. Okay, you know, looking through it all. All right, and you know, it seemed absolutely fine, no problems whatsoever. It's white, so I did a really good check to make sure that there were no stains or anything like that. And yeah, we all seem to be pretty good. Okay, there you go. Nice FootJoy jacket. All right, full zip, white with sky blue, lovely. But then my wife, she actually noticed, I didn't see this, the cuffs. All right, somebody has cut these cuffs down a little bit, and they've done it very well, I will say that, and they put a bit of elastic in them. All right, so what is actually happening is the jacket is probably coming down. It's an extra large, and it comes down to just above the watch, because I've put it on and that was the sleeve length. So I think someone's deliberately done that, because when they wear the golf glove, they didn't want the jacket to come over the glove. So I'm thinking to myself, yeah, okay, it's been customized. Do I put it on? And I think in this situation, yes, all right, but for a lower price, I think I picked it up for like a £5, and I think I'll just get some money back on it. Okay, I don't think I'm going to make a profit on it. I think I'll put it on for a £5 as well. But for somebody who doesn't particularly like the golf jacket coming over the glove, or finds that when they grip the club, a bit of the jacket actually gets tangled up in when you're making the grip, this has been adapted to keep it well away. All right, the jacket itself is in lovely condition, XL size. So, you know, if that's what you're after, something like that, an adapted jacket in terms of the sleeve length, I will put the sleeve length on so you can actually check it against any golf jacket that you have. But yeah, when you find that something's being adapted like that, you just got to think to yourself, is it worth putting on? Is it something that people might go for? And in this situation, I think the answer is a possible yes. I think it's going to take a bit longer to shift, though, than a normal FootJoy jacket for a lady's golfing jacket with regular size sleeves. And finally, a jeans brand that I've never sold before, but I'll give it a go to see how well it does. This is Mishmash, okay? A Mishmash pair of jeans, okay? Sort of like the stonewashed lighter blue look, okay? And these are a pair of boot cuts as well, okay? They're quite wide in the bottom of the leg. They're not your normal slim fit, all right? They're a pair of boot cuts. 34 regular. I believe that these are a pair of like low cut ladies jeans, so that's what I'm going to be putting them on as. Yeah, 34 regular. So there we go. Okay, nice pair of Mishmash jeans there. So that's everything that I'm showing you for this week. There's more going on as well. In terms of YouTube viewers to the channel, it's beginning to move. All right, I'm really pleased with the results recently. There was a video that I did on the current eBay situation in terms of them letting, what are we talking about? I'm losing my train of thought here a little bit. Private and business sellers. That's right. Basically having no fees for private sellers. And I put that on okay, with just a few thoughts that I had. And that has been by far my most popular video, and has got more people coming to my channel to actually see what I'm doing. As I'm saying, I'm trying to educate. I'm trying to let you know exactly what I'm doing, why I'm doing it, and the sort of like the pricing structure as well. I mean, those mishmash jeans that I just showed you, I sourced them for about £4. I'll be putting them on for about £10 to £12. Okay, so I'm trying, I reckon between 50 and 100% profit each and every time. That's what I'm going for. Sometimes I make it, sometimes I don't make it, but I think that as long as your sale is a good one, as long as your garment is a good one, okay, and you're not telling any lies or anything like that, you're not sending anybody anything that doesn't really represent what you're leading people to believe it represents, that is going to drive people back to your store and hopefully make some future purchases. And that's the thing that you need to do. Right, that was a bit of a waffle, wasn't it? All right, but let's stop now. Okay, that's enough. Whoa, whole, everything. All right, I hope you have a good rest of the day. I hope you have a good rest of the week. Okay, till next time. All right, this is Smithy out. Nice talking to you. Bye-bye.